Hey guys, welcome to day 22 of your 30-day challenge. I'm your host, Danielle Cotis, helping you live up to your highest potential, tap into that amazing brain of yours, rewire that subconscious, raise your vibration so that you can truly create and live the life of your dreams. So how many of you, when something bad happens, or even something minusculely bad happens, it just rocks your freaking world. It just rocks your freaking world. This morning, I had something very minuscule happen that I kind of like bombarded into this big ass problem, right? And took this thing that happened today and shot it all the way 20 years in the future, 10 years in the future. And this is why I'm doing this video. So how many of you do this? Something really small that's kind of bad or a shitty situation, and then you blow it way out of proportion. Or something really bad happens that's really big, and then you blow it like 1,000 times out of proportion, right? We just take this little thing and throw it into the world. So if this is you, raise your hand, write in the comments below. Do you do this? Okay. I would say about 99% of the population does this because we are programmed to focus on like worst case scenarios. Similar to one of the videos that I did, we take this little thing and we shoot 1,000 things into the future. Now, the problem with this is well, first of all, let's become aware that this is our baseline, okay? And the issue with our baseline thinking is that if we take what's small and create a terrible outcome right in our brain, and that's all we can go to, that's really what we're creating. So it's very important that as you're tapping into all these parts of your brain, is that we don't continuously go to this section, right? We don't continuously go to worst case scenario. We don't continuously create in our imagination all these crazy situations. Now, what I used to tell my mom clients is that it's okay to still have this as your baseline. Like, obviously I still have this as my baseline, okay? That these problems all of a sudden become so big, right? And then what ends up happening is we can't see anything good else in our lives, and all we see is this one thing that went wrong, or these multiple things that went wrong, right? And then it activates our reticular activating system, and then all we see are things that go wrong. All we see are the shitty things in our lives, as opposed to all the wonderful things that we have in our lives, all the wonderful things that we have coming to our future, right? So because our brain is so freaking powerful, we have to be very conscious of what we think. So I'm going to use my example of something very small happening and how I decided to make that switch. So number one, if something minuscule happens, right, or something big, how we respond to this event determines our future. All right. So becoming aware. Now, it's all right if you feel anxious, you feel scared, you feel depressed, you feel guilty, you feel ashamed. All those things are okay, right? We need to also be validating our feelings and emotions. All right. But there's things that are out of our control that we cannot change, right? And the only thing that we can control is how we respond to events. The emotions, the feelings, and the thoughts are the only thing that we can control. If something went wrong, you forgot to do something horrible happened, you cannot go back and change it. You cannot. It doesn't matter. You can't feel enough guilt. You can't feel enough shame. You can't feel sorry enough. You can't feel all of these negative emotions to change what just happened. You can't get rid of a person that did something bad to you. You can't. You just can't. You can't get rid of the experience. It's already occurred, right? I forget what that saying is. God help me to accept things that I cannot change and to change the things that I can, or something like that. That is a very important saying because you cannot go back and change these events. So the easiest thing to do is to use that phrase. It is what it is, right? I cannot go back and change it. I cannot go back and change what I did. I can't go back and change what that person did. I can't have prevented this event. There's nothing that I could have said, done, what to go back and change whatever, right? I cannot. And then if for some reason this thing that happened could potentially change the outcome of your future, make it less impactful than your brain makes it, right? So if it's something small that could alter the course of your life, again, if you keep feeling that anger, that sadness, that guilt, that shame, right? That hatred, that resentment, it's only going to create more circumstances that have those same feelings, right? So you need to become aware of these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and that you keep replaying them in your brain. You need to interrupt them immediately. So the best way to do this is as it's happening, right? So as it's happening, my minuscule problem just went real big. And I was like, no, okay? This is my old way of thinking. This is my old self. This is my old thought patterns. This is my old story. No, this is not a big deal, okay? It is what it is. I can't go back and change it. I made a mistake, right? And I don't know what the outcome is. I can try to predict the outcome, but trying to predict the outcome is going to cause me more pain, more stress, really shitty emotions. I'm going to feel worse about myself. So if I have all of those horrible feelings about myself in this situation, I can't possibly create a better circumstance or better situation, right? Because what is going on internally reflects in the outside world. It reflects in the outside world. So I need to interrupt what's going on inside my brain and say, no, I'm not going there. It is what it is. I made a mistake. Okay. What am I learning from this situation? What is the gift in this situation? And what can I learn from this? Okay, I can learn to be better with my time, my priorities. I can focus more on doing things on time. I can be sure to make a list of things that are important or have things on automation or whatever it is. You need to figure out how can you prevent this from happening next time, right? What can you do better next time? With my moms, I used to use it when they would yell at their kids, or I would yell at my son, and I would feel a lot of shame, guilt, and despair and sadness about yelling at my son. Well, feeling all of that guilt and sadness isn't going to help me make better decisions next time, okay? Asking myself, how can I respond better next time? What set me off? What was the trigger? What can I do to make this up to my son? And I would have my mom clients do this. I would have them play with their kids or really interact or apologize. Well, actually, definitely apologize. Tell their kids they're going to do better next time. And when the next situation arises, I would say, take a deep breath. Figure out what's triggering. Is it really the kid that you need to be yelling at? Is it something that you can control? Can you walk away? Control your emotions. Be stronger than your emotions. Be stronger than the way your brain thinks. Figure out where it's coming, why it's coming up, things like that, so that you can respond. And ask yourself, how can I respond the best way possible? What is a way that I can respond? What can I say to diffuse the situation? So asking yourself really proactive questions is going to change how you respond to an event, right? So same thing here now. Instead of me blowing it out of proportion, what can I do better next time? How can I accept this right now and just be like, it is what it is? There's nothing I can do to change it. I can't go back and change it. It's already happened. Okay. So what do I want my life to look like now moving forward? What are the steps that I'm going to take to make my life easier? What are the steps going to take to prevent this from happening again? Why did this happen, right? What did I do or did not do? Where was I not focused enough? Where was my brain focused instead, right? And how can I ensure that these little things don't happen again? So asking yourself proactive questions about big events, right? And then because we cannot create from a place of lack, you need to do those 17 seconds. So go back to one of my videos that are 17 seconds, right? Where you are basically pulling yourself out. It's not that big of a deal. It happens all the time to people. Like, this happened. It is what it is. I'm still safe. I'm still okay. Things are going to work out for me. They've always worked out for my highest good. They're going to continue to work out for my highest good. I'm learning from the situation. I'm learning to be better. I'm learning to grow. I'm learning to do this. And in fact, everything is going to be okay. And so you're pulling yourself out slowly. Now, this is an ongoing process, guys. We're changing the entire person that we used to be into a brand new person. So until your brain finally clicks where it does it all by yourself, you're going to have to put in the work. You can't just watch these videos and not put in the work. You have to put in the work. You have to constantly become aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Change them, right? And be sure that you're accepting that this was your old life, right? This was your old way of thinking. It's okay to feel this way, but then to up-level yourself, that things are going to work out. And think of all the good things in your life, all the good things that could work out, all the great things that can come for this situation. Hey, maybe you'll be less reactive, right? More proactive. Maybe you'll be more present. I don't know. Maybe you'll be more organized based on this one single event, or maybe multiple events. But keep in mind that whatever the shitty situation is, the more you focus on this, you have this, I forget what the word is, but this narrowed focus, the harder it's going to be to pull yourself out. So broaden, right? Abraham Hicks talks about this. Broaden, make it general. Dr. Joe Dispenza says, make it general, right? Make it general. Bring that wide view out, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Everything's going to be okay. The more we focus on that, the worse it's going to get. So broaden your focus. Broaden the way that you feel. Change the way that you feel so you feel more comfortable, that you feel confident in yourself, that okay, things happen, right? But I can't change the event, right? I can only change the way I respond. And that's what Tony Robbins talks about a lot, is that you want to be able to be in that happy state, that fulfilled state, right? That you want to be stronger than your brain. Right? You want to be stronger than your emotions, so that nothing in life, no matter what the circumstance happens, you're still that person. You're still strong. You're still fulfilled. You're still happy. You still have love. You still have all these things, right? Because this is what we can control. We can't always control the outside. And remember, what's inside is reflected in the outside world. So you have to be able to control your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You have to be able to tap into them and allow, if things happen outside of you, to not be affected, right? To just be like, well, it is what it is. Well, then it just means something better is coming along. Show me how it gets better than this. What else is possible, right? Focusing on that. All right, so leave in the comments below one thing that you did today that maybe was really small, shitty thing, and you changed your thoughts and feelings about it. You changed your outlook. And how did that make you feel? Did you feel empowered, right? Because this channel is all about empowering you to realize that you have way more fucking power than you ever thought possible, and that you can change the course of your life. You can change who you are. You can change how you feel. You can become the master of your own self. All right. I am sending you so much light and love. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll see you tomorrow.